Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, May 3rd. Looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So we're going to recap all these our three indices charts. For everything that transpired this week, we basically ES ended up, about $3. So a little over 0.5%. So a lot of movement throughout the week, but not much of anything when you look at it. The big thing is, for me, we're in balance on all these time frames. I was hoping at the end of today, with everything we were going to have, we'd have a little bit better indication what the market wants to do. I know some people will be calling the daily up. I'll show you on the daily why I'm still calling it balance for ES and SPY today and for NQ. As far as today went, righty. Now we all held gaps. The problem is when you get gaps with the magnitude that we have, it sucks the life out of the trade, and it kind of did that today. So righty ends with a gap that they held. However, they have a trend day down that holds, 11 wide point of control, and a nice B shape. NQ holds a gap, and it's still pretty large for them. Okay, 894 all the way down to 686. It's over 200 points, this gap. So the gap held, wide overnight POC, but the range, because of that, kind of had the life sucked out of it. And we spent the whole day in NQ and ES basically trading B's range. Right? B period had a big time knee-jerk reaction to the ISM, ripped higher, ripped lower, and then we spent the entire day just trading B. NQ does not get an IB high or low. They end with an 11 wide point of control and the gap held. ES, 9 wide POC and the gap. We got out overnight high and just out IB low, barely. Remember the 27 level that we had a big problem getting above from all the way back on April 15th, right? Well, today it became the opposite. I hate using the words resistance or support. I like to use acceptance or not accepted. So look at this. 3 times we tried to get back below 27. B, C, and D. Rejected, stayed above. We had acceptance above that upper end of the lowest distribution, which allowed us to start making headway into other distributions from April 15th. But they're still there. They're still there. So that day is still a factor. I had a decent day. I had a couple losses. Right off the bat, I had a loss in A period on a trade I didn't even know I had. I'm looking at my DOM. The next thing I see, I'm short NQ, and I'm getting hurt. And I'm like, I must have just hit the DOM and placed a trade. I'm trying to think where exactly it was. Forget exactly where it was, but I did do a lot of magician work, adding when it went up. Actually, I think I got short. I think it was at 60, and it ran up. It was at 60 or 62. And before I noticed it, we were trading in the 90s and then 18,000. Not 18,000. Yeah, 18,000. So I added a decent amount. I think it was 03. Came in, started taking it off. So I did that a couple of times. I ended up losing only $900 on the trade. So considering I was out 40 points, okay, on a 2-lot, not bad. I only lost 900. Then I got it back because when A period pulled back at one point, it got back into a very low volume area. I took a 3-lot, I believe, and was it 3 or a 5-lot? I think it was a 5-lot I took because I was ticked off. I had that short that cost me money, and it went up and made back everything I was down. So after those 2 trades, I was basically even. So that was nice. Got green also. In B period on the turnover. Now, I got fortunate on that. I knew a number was coming out, but the market was very strong. A lot of times the algos fire the way the market is going. I only took a one lot. I bought it at 92, right before B period started. Open, boom, exploded up. I got out at 32. So made about 40 points on that. Only a one lot, and then it came pouring in. Then I had a couple of losses in a row. I took a short in D period, thinking we'd get the IB low in NQ. Didn't happen. Took that off for a loss. And then in E period, I took a loss against half back. I got up to half back, and the overnight high, I thought we still had a decent chance to roll over and maybe get, even though the market was strong, at least roll back over. We were 5 for 5. I thought we'd get some kind of a pushback off of that. Didn't happen. Took that off for a loss. I was long in ES in E period, though, on the ebb and flow, which I made money on. So that was good. I actually lost in G period on a short in NQ. I didn't think, the market was having trouble going anywhere. It pushed up, took the short, kept going up on me. Took it off. Lo and behold, I would have made money on it because it did come back in again. I'm sorry, not on a short. On a long. Let me rephrase that. It was a long. I was looking for an afternoon pullback. So G had gone up, came in. I'm looking for an afternoon pullback. I bought it, and then it just kept going. And I took it off for a loss. Not a short, a long. However, I did get back in H on a long against G's low, in I on a long against G's low, and did well on both of those. So what I lost in G, I got back in more in H and I. And that was it. Market just sat here late in the day, and had no, there was no enthusiasm to do anything. So, decent day. Okay week overall. As far as our destinations go, we're 9 wide at 511.29 in SPY, and 512.55 is this week's high. Downside, today's low is 508.56, and then filling the gap at 505.89. So that's a $2.67 point gap. In ES, our high is a weekly high. I put monthly high because the monthly high is now, but it's a weekly high of 66.75. Our POC is 9 wide at 54.25. Today's low is 26.75, and the gap gets filled at 5100.75. And that 19 wide overnight POC is now a downside destination. Oh no, that's from today. We had another one that got taken out. Never mind. There was a 24 wide POC that we took out today, but this one I'm carrying forward. Okay. All right. Let's get to the charts. Check out what's going on. Again, for people new to me or still considering joining the room, check out camelbacktrading.org and check out our pricing schedule. I have different pricing schedules depending on whether you sign up on the website or through Venmo or PayPal. Okay, let's go to IWM. So IWM is in balance on the monthly. Okay, last month stopped the one-time framing up. We came into balance. I would pretty much call it 1, 2, 3, a 5-month balance, including this month. I'd probably use January's low as my balance low. Okay, so they're in balance on the monthly. They always seem to be in balance, these poor guys. The weekly is up. We went down to balance with the inside week, and up as we took out this weekly high. So the weekly is up. That's very positive. Okay, so the monthly's balance. The weekly is up, though, on Russell, and the daily is also up. They were in this whole balance. They went above it. They're in better shape on the weekly and daily right now than ES and NQ. They also closed above. Actually, they closed right on the 50. Look at that. Closed right on the 50. But IWM, not bad, right? They're up on the weekly and daily. Now, let's go to the Qs and NQ. Monthly is in balance. It's a 3-month balance. Okay? I would use last month's low as my balance low. If you take that out, then the monthly would be down. But right now it's a 3-month, well, it's 4-month balance, including May. The weekly is balance. Now, somebody asked me in the room, did the inside week up, was that successful? And my answer was not really. Yeah, we were above it on Monday for a little bit, but we were way below it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we were above it today, but even that was a struggle at times, especially in ES. I don't think it was that successful. However, this is a very nice finish to this candle. Look at that. So it's a 3-week balance. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is balanced, and the daily. Now, yesterday barely took out the previous day's low. So you could have treated it as inside day. So that would have been down to balance. So you can call the daily up. I won't go bare bull, and I'll show you what I mean on ES. To me, if the market's really going to go higher, we should have no problem taking out Monday's high. So because we did take out Wednesday's low in triple Qs, even though it was only by 3 cents, I would have still have kept the daily down at that point. So I'm going to stick to my guns and still say it's balanced that we stretch. However, if we take out today's high by even 2 cents, I would be up on the daily then. The gap, though, is the most important thing. That's our main focus. And they closed right below the 50-day moving average. So the monthly, weekly, and daily to me is still balanced. And then in the ES, monthly's in a 3-month balance, including this month. If we take out last month's low, it would be down, but right now it's balanced. The weekly is balanced, just like NQ. Very nice finish. Again, I don't think it was a very successful inside week up. 3-week balance. And the daily, again, we took out yesterday's low yesterday. I still had it down. I know a lot of people, because of the way we rallied, called it balanced. It's an art. I don't think it's a big deal whether you're calling it up and I'm calling it balance, right? Like I said, if we take out today's high by 2 cents, the daily is officially up for me. So all I'm doing is waiting an extra day as opposed to people who are calling it up now. That's how I look at it. So the gap is the more important thing, and also our 50-day moving averages, which we all closed right around. I hope you had a great week trading. Rest up. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your weekend, and we will speak prior to the opening on Monday.